You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast, where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 164.
164, man. I missed the transition this week.
I love it. I love it. New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated the podcast. Twitter is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. And if you want to follow us individually, I am the Mind of Ralph on Instagram and Twitter.
On Twitter, I'm JON 2_ the letter B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Holla at us. Ralph.
Bro,
God.
how you doing, man?
I'm good, man.
How you doing? Happy Halloween?
Yeah, we can say that. Yeah,
Okay.
It's dropping on Halloween, so happy Halloween to damn.
I don't know what that. I don't know what that was. I'm so sorry.
Hey, that's fine. To anybody out there that like is a big fan of Halloween or celebrates Halloween, happy Halloween to y'all, man.
Yeah.
We here. We here. I had a Halloween festivity over the weekend. Okay. Went over a friend's house for a bonfire, and just randomly through the course of conversation with everyone, they decided they wanted to go to like a haunted like maze.
Okay, how did that turn out?
It was boring. I ain't gonna front.
Damn,
it was
haunted
boring.
maze was boring.
It's because it's funny. We get there, and all the workers are on break. So look. Wait.
That is so ghetto. What are you talking about?
No, this is crazy. So this is like 10:15-ish at night that we decide we're going to go. So everybody is online buying a ticket. So we get to the place around 11-ish and it closes at midnight. So when we get there, it's like a group that's leaving that just finished. And I guess the workers, the individuals that are there to like scare people, like, or in the trailer kicking it, like, because I guess they felt like nobody else was coming. I don't know. So we get there, we show the people our tickets. They give us what we need to, get in, and we're waiting. We wait for about a good 15 or so minutes, and then all of a sudden, everybody that's in costume and in mask, we see them scurry like out into the field.
Scurry.
and granted, it's only about 5 people. So I'm thinking, okay, it got to be more people out there just chilling, right? No. The same 5 people we saw scurry to get into the maze, to get to their positions, the same 5 people. Nobody else.
The reason I laugh so hard is because this is St. Louis, so it's just like a preconceived notion of ghetto in my mind about how things are running.
It's true.
So to hear that, I was like, hey, a haunted maze is only open for like 4 or 5 hours. So I ain't saying it should be labor laws, but I'm just trying to figure out how you on break. Like,
hey man,
they ain't like I figured this work is easy. Like
chilling.
Like how many people you can't pay enough people to be goons and goblins in the maze?
I don't know what it was. I can't tell you. Okay. The funniest part was there was a guy in like the mask was kind of fire, like a silver mask, all black on, and he's on like this riding lawnmower, and he just shoots past us to get to like his position, like in the thing. I'm like, wait.
So you don't even have like the notion of kind of even being like getting a good jump scare.
Nope.
Like, you don't even get that.
Nope.
I got you.
Yo, that shit was so funny. It was so random. It's so funny. But no, I wasted about $16. Fees included. But anyway, that's my Halloween story for 22.
Okay. Yeah. I don't have that. I just
Oh snap!
I was just outside in it, whoop, 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 back home, pretty much. Light work, light night.
I feel that.
I have a bone to pick.
Uh-oh.
Showtime.
Uh-oh.
Count your motherfucking days. Like it's not a lot of content on your streaming service or your show or your channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you canceled the best fucking show you got.
What show was it?
City on the Hill.
Is this the show you told me about?
Yes.
Okay.
Like we just got 3 seasons of fire. Like and then the way they ended season 3, I was like, oh, come back for
More
season
coming,
4
baby.
now, baby. Canceled it.
That's
like,
crazy.
That's great. I'm like, and then it was like a nasty press release. It was like the Showtime Twitter had just tweeted something about the main character like 2 days before then. Hold on, wait a minute. If you knew you was canceling the show months before, like in the middle of the airing of this season, why are you even still promoting it?
Wow.
So Kevin Bacon and Aldous Hodge are both, A-list Hollywood stars in their own right, respectively, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like they just they probably told him what it was, and then it's like, hey, well, I can go get checks and bags over here because Aldous is in Black Adam, and he got other shows and projects coming down the pipeline. Kevin Bacon is Kevin Bacon.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's in something superhero related coming up too. We'll get to that whenever that comes up.
Okay.
But it's just a point though.
Right.
So I'm like, if your 2 leads are already like going this way,
that's insane.
I'm like, bro, like that show was really good. Like I don't hype a lot, and that show was really great. Like the writing is really, really good.
That's what's up. Well,
so it's like I got that, and then Game of Thrones was over. I got nothing else.
I was gonna ask you about the House of the Dragon. Like,
Hey.
let's hear about it.
Actually, I'll just give you like a real quick season 1 synopsis. It's really, really good. I think it's better than season 1 of the regular Game of Thrones.
Interesting.
Because they stepped up with like all the BS that you know from regular Game of Thrones. It felt like all elements of that was in season 1 of this show, and the cliffhanger was like, we getting ready to have a civil war amongst this royal family, and they got dragons and shit. I know that sounds nerdy to y'all, but fuck all that. That shit is lit. It's like soap operas. Like when I say they write, but the thing is writing and shows matter when you have the writing to execute. Now and then you have source material to kind of pull from.
Right.
So Game of Thrones is based on a book or a series of books. But the thing is, they sauce it up for dramatic purposes.
Of course.
So no, we lit out
here,
here,
baby.
We
We
lit
here,
out
baby.
here, but we ain't get another season till 2024 because of the way that it's shot, the production value, and they be putting like damn near $1 million in the episode.
I was about to say I've secretly seen a few episodes, and I ain't gonna front. Shit got to lit. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, on a scale of the House of the Dragon compared to actual Game of Thrones, well,
you can't compare because they had 8 seasons of the regular show.
Yeah, that's
but
why.
But like I said, I compared the first season to the first season. The first season Game of Thrones is good because they killed the main character that you thought would have been a central character moving forward, but he was also referenced throughout the rest of the show.
Got it.
It's kind of like they killed him immediately.
Damn.
Like, well, not immediately, but like the last episode, he was
still though. So I'm like I think I'm slightly invested. So when in 24 when she joined, when it dropped, no, I think I'm here.
If we still in our podcast space, man, we gotta dedicate we like our YouTube series. Like if y'all been checking out the She-Hulk and any of the MCU shows that we've been doing, shout out to our homie Orson that does the great editing on those videos.
Definitely.
Yeah.
No, I think I'm tuned in, baby. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey, man, you gotta be team black. You can't be team green, bro.
Oh, and I ain't that deep into it.
Oh, see,
It's
that's
I
crazy.
told you, spots, baby.
You just be watching, like here. Nah,
spots.
When you go.
I think I might go back and like try to just watch the season because I literally just spots in different episodes I've seen. But from what I've seen,
like when it picked up.
All right. Yeah.
Well, we are fans of like the good shows, right? The Breaking Bads, the Wires of the world, right? They gotta build up what the show is gonna be through those characters, but once it rolls,
it's there. Okay. Listen, I might have a little bit of time off during the holidays, so I might run it back.
Just fly
I
through
think
it,
I'm gonna
my
run it
boy.
back. Yeah, man, that's what's up.
But what we doing, off the dome?
Off the dome.
I got one for you. I think you like this.
All right, let's do
You know, cover bands are a big thing, especially, you know, we like to go out and frolic these types of event spaces, and you might hear a cover band.
Okay, yeah.
You know, they do their thing. You're like, oh, this is dope. Oh, you can sing. Oh. But have you ever heard a song that was just like, wow, that's a song you chose to cover? From a cover band.
Well, yeah. Oh, okay. Good question. So, I recently went to like a jazz festival. This may have been like a couple months ago, maybe. And I really wish I remembered the name of this band, but it was like, it was a play on like a Star Wars something. I don't know. But anyway, it was like a nerdy band, and they did a lot of like covers of cartoons, anime, things like that. And they did a cover of The Simpsons, like the Simpsons theme song that I thought was like super, like it was jazz. It was super fire though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No.
Okay,
Like it wasn't
music.
bad. Yeah.
Okay. The music part of it. I'm like, damn, how you go to six?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, okay.
But I was like, wait, like as they were playing it, when they started playing, I was like, wait, this sounds so familiar. But then, you know, they got to the dun, 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 but playing it jazz style, I was like, no, this is fun. Like, this is hard.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I really wish I remembered the name of the band, but it's escaping me right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that's wild. Like I was at a spot Friday that had a cover band. Like, I'm not gonna use any of their songs. But that it didn't blow me in that. Whoa.
Hey yo,
right? It didn't blow me away in that way. Like, I was just like, oh, that's interesting. Mm-hmm. But no, one song like from a band that I heard like some months ago. Right? They did Nelly "Loving Me." I was like, that's an interesting choice of song.
That is.
Like, you know, I think people who listen to, you know, us know that we're Nelly fans, right? Mm-hmm. And "Loving Me" is like it's a B-side on Country Grammar, but I think most people know that song if Nelly performed it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's not his hits, though. It's not a part of his hits.
Right.
But it's a B-side, a strong B-side. But I heard, I was just like, of all the songs. Like, I was just like, that's it. I thought that was interesting. I thought it was dope. Shorty the Prince did it, so okay. I guess, you know, maybe that's a cheat code for him. Shout out to Shorty the Prince, man.
Word. Yeah, that's definitely a cheat code for him.
Yeah,
but still
though,
yeah.
Like "Loving Me"
but it was
with a live band.
But it was dope, though.
Oh, man, what?
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. All right, so for my off the dome, sticking to the spirit of Halloween, right?
Oh.
I'm just gonna get straight to it. What Halloween costume do you think needs to be retired? Some Halloween costume that we see year after year after year that you feel like just everybody just needs to just shut it down. And I feel like we're gonna have the same answer, but I want to hear what you say first.
Well, I mean, obviously it's gonna be a superhero. I just don't know which one I'm gonna go with, right?
Okay.
I've seen some very creative ones. Like I've seen, I'm not even gonna praise them. I'm just trying to figure out which one. I'm probably gonna say Batman.
Okay.
I feel like that's been done a lot. You know, maybe or you know his rogue gallery of villains, like the more famous ones.
Got you. Okay, we do not have the same answer.
Okay.
But I'm not mad at that though. Mm-hmm. I'm going Velma from Scooby Doo. Like I know it's an easy costume to pull off, but fam, we've seen it enough.
No, we haven't. We have not. We have not seen it enough.
Yes, we have.
I want to see that. I want to see Harley Quinn. Keep it coming, ladies.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. I feel like Harley Quinn has become more popular within the last few years or so. Because so I guess I'm not as tired of that. But Velma, I'm
never tired of Velma. people will be Velma before they be anything else on Scooby Doo.
Oh, man,
I ain't seen no Shaggy.
Big facts. You ain't never gonna see no Shaggy. What's my other man's name that's on there?
I don't know.
With the white shirt. And you ain't gonna never see no white shirt.
The other chick?
Daphne.
That actually looks better than Velma.
Daphne.
That looks better than Velma.
That's big facts. But you know, I've seen Daphne, but not nearly as often as I've seen Velma. I'm cool. Too much.
He speaks for himself.
It's me only.
right.
I don't know, man. Just find something else.
I hear what you're saying,
but you ain't trying to hear it.
No,
he trying to hear that shit.
Nope,
man. Ladies, ladies. Let's just let's try to do something else. That's all.
Hey man,
Reach deep into the bag and figure something else out.
hey man, that was Off the Dome, people, man. If you been out and you heard a cover band cover a particular song that kind of surprised you, what was the name of the song?
Yep. And what Halloween costume do you feel like needs to be retired? Let us know.
Yes, sir. OS Gang, what's happening? What's up, family and
happening?
kin folk? We got a few topics here on this OS docket. We'll get to them accordingly, but first we got to start on a somber tip. St. Louis was in the national headlines because of a school shooting at CPVA, or Central Performance Visual Arts.
Yes.
Visual Arts High School in the South Side here in St. Louis. Two people, including the shooter, or three people, including the shooter, are deceased. More people have been, injured in that whole melee. Johnny, what do you have for this?
Man, random. I mean, any school shooting is really random, and we hate to see them happen. Period. So definitely just want to start off by saying rest in peace to the teacher and the student who were both killed. Rest in peace to them, and condolences to their families and friends, and also to the students who actually, there were a few students that got injured and survived. And then, a lot of students, they escaped. Like, a few students, they got interviewed by the local news, and they were saying that a lot of them could have gotten shot, but the gun jammed. So when the gun jammed, they were able to run away and get away safely. So I just want my heart just goes out to them because of the trauma that they've experienced, and you never know how that will affect somebody, how even if they'll be able to get over that type of thing. Like, I just feel for those students and teachers. It's crazy. I don't know, I really don't know what to say when these things happen, man. It's just you just want to just hold everybody involved, and you want them to be okay, but what can you really do or say, man?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Prayers to everybody involved. I know it's always a talking point. We always say prayers and actions never really come after this. Election season is here, so it's a talking point, especially for Missouri politicians going into November 6th, which I think is going to be even nastier when it comes to this whole ordeal, because nothing's really going to be solved about this. Nothing. They talk about mental health, they talk about gun control, they talk about the problems of inner city schools or whatever the fuck, right? But I don't think nothing will ever come of this, and the kids have to live with this trauma. The teachers have to live with this trauma of losing a cohort and a student. People have lost, just like your PTSD when it comes to this. It's going to be a lot to deal with. And my wife's cousin actually works at that school, so it even kind of comes a little personal to me in that way, right? Because if something happens to her, it kind of trickles over into our house. So that's crazy. I don't know, bro.
It's just so much to take in, and it's when things like this happen, of course speculation begins, and so many points after the fact start to come in, and it's so much you don't know what's real and what's fake. It's it was kind of nasty because from all of the information that I gathered, there was more than one shooter. There was 2 or 3 shooters. One of them was a black teen, but then the other 1 or 2 possibly were white teens, and we've only seen pictures of the black teen that caused that was doing the shooting. No mention of the other teens at all. So and just in that point by itself, that's extremely nasty. And I don't know. It's always so much that goes on with these types of situations. You have the grieving families, the grieving friends, the trauma that's been induced to everybody else that's involved. But now you have all of these points after the fact. It's where do you really? I don't know. Where do you stop? Where do you begin? What do you really do after the fact with these types of situations, man? Yeah.
I don't really know. There's no definitive answer to how to solve a myriad of problems. We can keep saying prayers too. I really do hope that people pull through from this, because I know that's a lot. I know there was somebody's daughter that died, somebody's friend, somebody's sister, cousin, whatever, right? And then, the teacher that died, she was a seasoned teacher.
Yep.
Like, she was a, older teacher. Like, she had grandchildren. Like, though, Granny died at work. Like, how do you explain that?
That's insane, man. That's insane. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. I want to say prayers. I really do. Like, when I say it, I mean it. I just don't know really what's gonna, if all of our prayers and non-work after the fact is gonna bring that those family solace.
Right.
That's pretty much where it comes from.
Yeah, man. So again, rest in peace to those individuals that lost their lives, unfortunately, and condolences to their friends and family, man.
Yep.
And I hope the people that were able to survive the shooting, I hope they get the peace that they deserve in this. I know it's going to be work, but I hope they get to the point where they're able to, move on with their lives. So, yeah man.
Let's move on to another kind of down point. Is Kanye West being canceled?
Good question.
Yeah, it's kind of open-ended at this point. If we talked about it last week, Kanye has dominated the headlines once again, so it had to come back here to OS. Kanye Omari West, musician, entrepreneur, inventor, thinker, whatever you want to call him, right?
All of the above.
He has, lost a lot of business dealings. Adidas has cut ties with him immediately. After anti-Semitic remarks. Johnny, what do you have for this?
Where do I even start with this, right? Like,
'cause it's more than Adidas. I just used that.
Yeah. Like, I think he's lost, like, his partnership or connection with every brand that he's been a part of. Like, literally every brand, Gap, everybody. Mm-hmm. There's been this video going around of this guy that has this chart that says the more you fuck around, the more you find out. That is automatically applicable to this because Kanye found out, man. I don't know. I said this last week, and I really tried to understand his point of view on why he's been in the media talking the way he's been talking, literally to every demographic of people in the country. Like, and I really can't come up. I really do not understand why.
Let me ask you this: do you subscribe to the notion that this was a part of a master plan to get out of those deals?
Okay, good question, because I was actually going to ask you that same thing. Okay, so I saw people saying that. And for a split second, I started buying into it until he went to Skechers and they threw his ass out. It's like,
absolutely fucking not. I don't believe it. Like, I didn't even try to believe that ideology. Oh, y'all crazy. Y'all didn't see the long play.
Jesus Christ.
Nah, ain't no long play in that one, my boy. Like, you still, like, it's still ways to get out of contracts without effectively damaging your brand.
Yeah.
Like, he's taking a hit critically as how people view him. Fuck the business, how people view
him.
You.
Yep.
Like, I've seen headlines where they just call him an anti-Semitic rapper. I was like, hey, yo. Like, I was like, and it's kind of like I don't want to say this, but it's just like if somebody says one racist thing or they immediately call a racist rapper, like, I don't know, like, maybe I'm shooting bail in that way.
I guess it depends on how.
Like how you view that person before. Like, if you didn't like the motherfucker before, you like, yeah. But now it's like,
no, that's true.
But, I mean, he said anti-Semitic remarks, and I had to look up this thing. I was like, what did he say that was so wrong? And then I had to look at POV from our Jewish brothers and sisters. They was just like, well, Andrew Schultz, from Brilliant Idiots, comedian, all that great stuff, he's of Jewish descent. And he was like, the reason why that's so dangerous is because we had to survive propaganda of that from Holocaust, like from the Germans and things like that. So if people start having these notions about what Jewish people are, that starts stuff within, it starts beef in that way. And he was like, all people do when they say these things are perpetuate stereotypes. I'm not rich. I don't have power. I don't have this. I was like, oh, interesting. But the reason why, it was just like, I hate to, it's like, but us as black people that don't have like the notion of what Jewish people are, their heritage and things like that, it sounds like a good stereotype to have because of the way they demonize black people. So that's why we do this a lot.
Right.
So I was just like, that's a fair point. Because we go off emotion with a lot of those arguments. We never, man, who actually researches that stuff?
Good.
Unless you really want to know.
Good question. Right.
That's why I was like, I mean, some things can be true, but the thing is, a lot of people pulled the plug on him.
And I understand Andrew Schultz's
POV on that.
POV, right?
I just had to hear it from somebody else.
He may be a Jewish person who says he's not rich and all that. Cool. Maybe he doesn't have that type of power. You know, that's his. Those are his words. Cool. Mm-hmm. But the people who terminated their relationships with, like these brands that terminated their relationships with Kanye, those are the Jewish people that he's been talking about, right?
Well, I don't know who owns Adidas, but it's a German brand. I don't know if they want to be involved with anything anti-Semitic.
Got it.
That's my takeaway from the Adidas cutoff.
Got you. Well, shit, speaking of Andrew Schultz, right, Brilliant Idiots, Charlemagne, he says that it seems like Kanye is moving like a person that doesn't plan to be here long. What do you think about, like, how do you feel about that?
Yeah. I don't want to predict demise, but a lot of our greats had a lot of demons that they dealt with on their way out of the door, particularly, i.e., Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston. So they all died when they were in their 50s.
Yeah.
But I'm not putting that out there in the universe, but our greats suffer from demons.
It's true. It's true. I'm not, and I mean,
and then I was about to say, if the play is that I'm not going to be here long enough, he has 4 kids,
and
that's the part I can't agree with.
That's the part I wanted to get to. Is like, I hear what Charlemagne is saying. Again, like you said, I don't want to put that out into the universe, but I don't think. I mean, yeah, Kanye might be a little crazy, but I don't think he's dumb enough to sever these ties with people if he did plan to check out where he didn't leave his family anything. Yeah, Kim Kardashian got her family cool. She's rich in her own right. But I don't think Kanye would leave his kids with nothing.
Listen, those kids are West kids. Like, I know they their mama is, Kim Kardashian,
yeah.
But I get it. Like, all those kids got his last name.
True. This is true.
So it's like, I think as a, I'm not speaking for him, but I would think if that was me, I'm thinking as a man, I would want my 4 children to have something for themselves that's of the West name.
Right. No, I agree. Mm-hmm. I don't know. So he's Kanye has gotten to the point the last couple of days where he's started his apology tour.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Any of those?
I've seen the headlines, but I didn't actually listen to the video. For the sake of just sanity purposes, I don't want to really get into.
Oh, so you don't want to hear?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Because it's not sincere.
Agreed.
The only reason you got knocked on your ass, now you're apologizing for the George Floyd stuff. It should have never came out your fucking mouth.
Agreed.
That's the thing.
It's true.
So, hey, I'm just waiting on these Yeezys to hit TJ Maxx and Marshall. Matter of fact, TJ Maxx said they ain't selling Yeezy products no more. I was like, first of all, when they start selling? I was like, it's a lot of cap out here in these streets. I was like, the only way TJ Maxx says this, how funny companies be the ones that own shit. TJ Maxx might be the one that owns like somebody else, but I ain't never heard nobody go on to TJ Maxx for nothing. But like TJ Maxx,
I don't know.
Like, what you going to a t-shirt? Like maybe just a quick look graphic
shirt. So they got some decent shirts, t-shirts, nice little short sleeve button downs. I that's my aesthetic.
Okay. I don't.
And then some like some jeans and shit. Like,
I get it. Like little quick knickknacks. Quick knickknacks. Little cheap knickknacks that might have a little factory defect, but you pay for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It might be a little string on the bottom. You just cut that shit right on.
But still, the point I'm saying is they ain't selling no fucking Yeezy stuff. So it's like,
you don't think they be selling like the Team Yeezys, like the Team Jordans?
Nah, not even that. And it's funny because like Goodwill said they not accept. How you not accept Yeezy products?
Hey,
that's
insane.
Nah, stop the cap. Stop it.
That's insane.
Stop it. That's like, okay, you're not accepting the Yeezy. That means you don't accept name brands, then, right? Like you don't accept no Nike. You won't accept no high end shit. Like I mean, what we putting parameters on? Like
that they just don't want Yeezys because of the anti-Semitic. I don't know. But since we here, right? So Adidas put out a statement. They said we have severed all ties with Kanye West. He owns the trademark, but we own all current, past, and future designs of Yeezy products. So in my brain, that means that at some point soon, they're going to sell the Yeezy designs under a new name.
Low key, they already started that because if you were paying attention to what Adidas was putting out, they started biting a lot of what the Yeezy signature like designs were, and just start saying these are regular Adidas.
Yeah,
and they might charge a fraction of the price to kind of get you off the scent, but you can see it. I'm like, that's a Yeezy silhouette. I'm not stupid.
So okay, so yes, I hear what you're saying, and I know those shoes you're talking about. But what if they like the actual Yeezy designs? Tell me the numbers. It's like 350, 700.
350s, 500s, 400. It's like 350s, 450s, 7s, 500, something like that.
So all of the like the exact same
shoe
designs, exact same shoe. They sell those, but under a new name. Well, first of all, do you buy them? Second of all, do you think the masses continues to buy them like they have?
That's a great twofold question. I'm conflicted, right? Because I'm in a space where I'm saying like the name of the shoe kind of matters to me. Mm-hmm. I don't want Adidas just biting off and saying certain things. It's kind of like if you know how Nike makes a Jordan, but it's not a Jordan.
The Dunks?
Yeah.
No, but yeah, no, I get
it's like that. Like I'm not doing that. Like it's either a Yeezy or it's not.
Okay. Now,
like I don't want a variation of it. I want if it's gonna be like I hate to say this. I'm not sure about the business part of it. Like that's the part that I'm kind of hazy on, and you schooling me on. That's great. Mm-hmm. If it's gonna be Yeezy, just be Yeezy. But don't make a variation of some shit and call it something else, and then try to rebrand it and sell it as something else. No. Just continue to sell Yeezys. That's just fucked up. Kanye probably won't get no proceeds of it, but hey.
Yeah. Now, so let me ask you, on the Yeezy shoe, like does it say Yeezy on it? Like
on the boxes and everything, yeah.
No,
the boxes, the tag in the shoe, yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. Cuz I'm trying to picture how this looks going forward, because I honestly do believe that they're going to continue to sell these exact same shoes just with a different name. So wherever it says Yeezy on the shoe or the box, it's not going to say Yeezy anymore. They're going to come up with a new name and just throw it on there.
That I can't rock with. Because I don't want Team Jordans.
You don't want Team Adidas?
No, I don't want that. That's the only reason I start paying attention to the goddamn shoes. And the thing is, Adidas makes its money not even from the Yeezy brand. It's a great chunk. Well, not a great chunk. It's a nice chunk. Mm-hmm. But they make their money from soccer, football. Like that's they cash cow. Like them jerseys, Adidas.
But
Adidas runs all that.
So yes, but I think that isn't that more like in Europe, or is that a American thing?
Listen,
because I think
football is the biggest sport in the world.
Oh. True.
It's a world sport.
True.
We barely be fucking with it here.
Yeah, we kind of just jumping on the train.
Football means something completely different.
Completely different.
That way.
And it's spelled different.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think Yeezy, the Yeezy brand, is what brought Adidas back, like in the United States. Now, I can't speak
as far as shoes.
Yeah,
absolutely, because Adidas tried to rival Nike when it came to the basketball tip. They had T-Mac. They had I think they had Dwight Howard, D Rose, Tim Duncan, KG. Like they had like stars that were a part of the Adidas basketball brand. But they could never compete with the dudes that was on Nike. They had their own signature shoe, and then not to mention the people that signed the Team Jordan, like the Jordan brand.
Yeah,
them two people you got to fight with.
Damn, nah, that's real.
So,
Zion Williamson got some Jordan 1 lows that I kind of like. I was like, what
and my point exactly.
So, nah. Yeah.
So it's like it's like Adidas coming into a hype beast urban space besides the shell toe. Niggas weren't wearing that. And you can lie to yourself and say you was buying outside of shell toes. What Adidas shoe was you actively saying, hey, I'm going to throw these on. These fly. Stop it.
Yeah.
Like, stop the shit.
It's true. It's true. I ain't gonna front.
Stop it.
Damn.
Now for like a functional purpose of working out and stuff, I'm like, they're great.
But I ain't rocking these shits to the function.
No, not to the function. Stop it. I just want y'all to stop lying,
That's
man.
funny.
Niggas can hate Kanye all they want. Y'all can call him ugly or whatever, but it's like it seems like it's the percentage of people calling them ugly is starting to shrink. It's people that's being contrarian, and you don't have to like them. Even you start like, hey, them 350s kind of like
No, for
at
real.
least that color. Like I can't stand by all the Yeezys.
Well, it's. I don't even think it was that for me. Like those mint joints I was talking about last week. No, like I ain't never seen no shit like that. This shit was great, right? But even in the past, it's not that I didn't think they looked good. I don't know. They just something about them just it wasn't like, damn, I think I should buy those. It's just, it didn't click.
Well, sometimes you can admire something that's like fly, but that don't mean I got them.
Yeah.
It's like,
Shit, I listen, it's only been a year since I really like jumped into the sneaker game, so I'm still an infant in this.
not an infant.
For real. Like I'm just now starting to cross over out of Jordan 1s. Like now I'm looking at 4s now. Like I
like it, man. You're showing growth, man. You went from an Ant-Man to a full man. Let's talk about Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Look at my
God! Marvel has dropped another trailer. Ant-Man third movie is come out. We got visuals of Kane the Conqueror. He looks great. Johnny, what do you have for this?
Another teaser, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I think it came kind of early, but
I was thinking that too, but like shit, February around the corner. If you really think about it,
I thought it was in March.
No,
okay.
February.
Okay.
Oh wait.
No,
Yeah,
you're
February.
right.
February because Creed 3 comes out in March, and Jonathan Majors is in both of those.
Hold on.
hit the applause list. All right. But yeah, so another teaser. I feel like this trailer gave us just enough to understand what the story could be, but still didn't give us a lot of information, and it was just enough for me to be really intrigued. Like I am really glad that they showed Kang the way that they did.
Yeah.
Even just in his short dialogue in that trailer, it's like, okay, this is some real, like this is next Thanos. Like this is real. And I'm here for it, bro.
Yeah,
I'm here for it.
No, I mean, Jonathan Majors is good as Kang, man. It's just he looks more sinister now. Where, his version of He Who Remains in Loki. He didn't give me sinister, but he did give me like maniacal. If that makes sense.
100%.
Like now, this one seems sinister. Like it's just like a different version, obviously, right? But have you ever seen a film where it seems like they're selling the villain more than the actual hero protagonist?
So,
especially when it comes to a Marvel film.
A Marvel film, no.
Because usually in DC, they'll sell like Batman's Joker, like that he's whoever Batman about to go up against, he about to be a problem.
Yep.
And that's what this is giving me when I look at this trailer. Like they making it seem like Kang is going to be a problem.
A real problem.
A real problem.
And to answer your question, no, I can't think of
like not
any
even
other Marvel movie where they
not even the last. What was the last one? Thor.
Yep.
Even with Thor, they didn't sell Christian Bale as as Gore the God Butcher like that.
They didn't. You right.
Like you knew he was gonna be there, but it's like they're not selling it like that.
And the way that they portrayed that in this teaser trailer makes it seem like Kang has a major role in this particular film. Like just like Gore the God Butcher, right? He was the antagonist of that movie, but he wasn't really in the movie that much.
No, he wouldn't.
So the way that they portrayed, at least in this teaser, is like Kang is going to have a lot of screen time in this movie.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Let me ask you this: since we know that Kang is going to be like a big bad, I'm not sure if he's going to be the big bad with what Wakanda Forever may or may not have. You know what I'm saying? We'll get to that when we get to that. But right now, it just seems like Kang is going to be the big bad. He already has his name on an Avengers film.
Yeah.
that kind of lets you know what we're dealing
right.
with. My question is, do you think Ant-Man survives his own film?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Now, Ant-Man does, but somebody else in that camp is not.
Well,
I don't know who. I'm just saying I don't think somebody's going to die.
The Wasp.
Oh damn!
No,
that'd be fucked
no,
up.
I ain't gonna. Okay, maybe not the Wasp. Okay, maybe like
They finna get
Hank Pym
out of here.
I was about to say the Pims, about the Pims. That Pim particle better do something because you done, my boy.
That's crazy.
Because I mean, obviously they're setting up the Young Avengers. Like you starting to see like the people, like the main characters' kids and like their nephews and everybody else starting to come up.
Now that you mention that, I actually just saw today that the Young Avengers Disney Plus series is about to be in development. I just saw that today. So, but we'll talk about that later on.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that.
You don't like it as a Disney Plus show?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel.
I would prefer the Thunderbolts to be a show.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Now that's interesting.
Yeah. Because I don't like all the villains, so it's like, hey, I'm gonna bring them back on the big screen. But then again, it happens.
Yeah.
We gotta have a team up on the film at some point, on the big screen at some point, right?
Outside of the Avengers.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I feel you.
All right, cool. Right.
One interesting part in the trailer though. There's a part of the trailer where Kang himself is like on his, I don't know, time throne or whatever it is. And there's like the blue markings, the blue imaging on that. Did you notice that it looks exactly like the markings that are on the 10 rings that Shang-Chi has? Mm-hmm. So in the trailer, Kang mentions that he wants Scott to steal something for him. Mm-hmm. I'm wondering if it has something to do with him like taking the 10 rings or maybe even the bangle from Miss Marvel, because those look the same as well. Like the markings on those look the same. I'm wondering if it's something that he needs Scott to steal for him in order for Kang to get out of the quantum realm, because he's been in there forever, basically.
Let's see if Phase 5 starts to tie in the stuff from Phase 4 properly. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much where this is heading. Like I see it.
Mm-hmm. You see the vision. It still don't matter because Phase 4 was. Hey man, we still got Wakanda films. So
hey man, we waiting on one film to save the whole thing. Like that's crazy.
The way this shit looking, I don't know. It might. Let me not say that, because if it don't, then I'm gonna come in here crying because I'm gonna be upset. Like for real.
Hey man, let's show some fairness and impartiality to the comic book genre, right? Mm-hmm. DC has some big news too. James Gunn has been poised to be the creative director in a Kevin Feige-esque type of role over at DC Comics or DC Studios. Mm-hmm. Johnny, do you have anything for that?
I don't really have too much, but I'm not necessarily upset at that, because the 2 or so movies that James Gunn has done and you're absolutely right, and show that he's done for DC has been their best. I have thoroughly enjoyed it, and it has been their best shit.
Yeah, it's been their best shit. Even though the only reason I haven't rewatched the Suicide Squad is because that big ass eye, like that, I can't get over that. Like I know you told
Starfish?
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, whatever. That shit was a little nasty.
Sorry, that's funny.
But
that's funny.
But I mean, that doesn't mean the film itself was not good. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like the film was actually pretty solid.
Agreed. No, I agree 100%. So if the one person that has done DC some justice in the last few years oversees the entire like DCEU, I'm rolling. I'm definitely rolling with it.
Okay, it's interesting, right? Like I did some obviously with James Gunn, he is the one that did the Guardians of the Galaxy films. All three. The third one is poised to come out in 2023. Kevin Feige was even asked about this. He was like, "Yeah, that's great, but he got to finish up what we got here first."
Big facts.
But he'll have some time after that. Now, so I ain't mad. I'm not mad at that answer. And then it seems like they're genuinely friends and cohorts. So it's kind of like if this is gonna per se level the playing field of what these films and adaptations could be, so be it. You actually have a director who actually takes his time and curates things in the proper way, like a James Gunn. So I think it's dope, and I did not know he was from St. Louis, so that's even more dope.
Oh, word? I didn't know that.
Yeah, him and all of his brothers. Like his brother is actually an actor. He's been in all the Guardians of the Galaxy films. Don't give me the line about what his name was in the film, but if I showed you his face, you'd be like, "Oh, okay, I remember that guy."
Got you.
But that's dope. All right, salute. Like,
hey man, that's especially great. I feel like because and I know you haven't seen Black Adam, so I'm not gonna really get into it.
Mm-hmm.
But seeing Black Adam and then knowing that James Gunn is going to be the Kevin Feige-esque person going forward for DC, I think the potential for the franchises, the movie franchises in DC, I feel like they can do like a cultural reset for themselves.
Okay, well, they're bringing back Henry Cavill as Superman. Are you excited for that?
Yes, because
Okay.
I enjoy him as Superman.
Okay.
Even though we haven't seen him as Superman since Justice League.
Yeah.
But, you know.
It's kind of weird, like, how everything played out with that. I'm, like, Man of Steel came out, 2013?
Somewhere around there. That's about right. Sound about right.
This is a long time.
It's about 10 years later.
That's a long time for a superhero sequel. Like, you know, I guess we just in the state of where sequels don't really have, like, a time frame on them.
Can you do a reboot with the same character? Like, with the same actor as the character?
Yeah.
I feel like that's
movies have done that. It's called like I forgot what they call it. It's like a re-sequel or something like that, or something of that nature, where you do like a reset with the same character, just give them a different storyline. Daredevil Born Again. You're not getting an origin story with him. It's just going to be a different POV from what he's doing or has been doing. So you're not going to get like.
So I get that point, but maybe the difference there is it's two different studios that's doing it. Okay. Does it still matter? I guess it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter if they want to continue what that original storyline was in that DCEU universe. Now, if they want to do a hard reset, even though this is going to be Man of Steel 2, you can still do another story. There's plenty of Superman stories, I bet.
Oh, no, big face. So, yeah. Okay.
Like, Lex Luthor doesn't have to be his villain, or Doomsday. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. We don't have to go that route.
I want to see Brainiac as the Superman villain in live action. I want to see that. So I'm happy Henry Cavill is back. Bring Brainiac, man. Like, I want to see that. That would be fire.
It can happen, man.
So yeah, no, that's great. Shout out to James Gunn.
Man,
I'm interested to see what happens going forward. We got Shazam coming out next year, and hopefully the Flash still comes out. So we'll see. That's all I'm saying.
Johnny cheering for this Flash.
Bro, I want to see it. I want to see it.
Hold on, shelved. Let me say, it's not. I'm not hating. It's just the fact that he's nasty. Like, you got DC got to bring that back. Like, you got to rehash all that stuff if you decide to bring this film out, because you got to do a press run.
Hey, listen, you ain't got to do it with him.
I mean, Johnny,
so I know this story.
This ain't like a supporting actor. He's the nigga in the film. Like,
it's him. The movie is him. Shit, hey man, fuck it.
Whoo.
Fuck it, have James Gunn go. He the new head. Fuck it, why not? You don't never see Kevin Feige. Maybe James Gunn could be out here.
Nah, bro. Nah, bro.
That ain't
That ain't it. Nah, man. But hey, man, let's get to this music conversation, man. We promised you that we'll talk about new music on last week's episode. We had a few albums and projects and songs that came out over the past few weeks. You know, you haven't heard from us in 3 weeks prior to last week.
Yep.
And now we got 4 weeks worth of music to kind of just fly through. Fly through. We gonna get to it. Shit. But the fourth quarter has picked up. I guess we'll just start with the youngest of the group, I would say.
All right.
Lil Baby. It's only right. Or is it only me?
Only me.
Only me.
Only
my
me.
bad. I typed it wrong. My
That's
bad.
okay.
It's only me. Four-headed Mount Rushmore album
himself.
cover of himself. Johnny, did you have any takeaways from this album?
So this is the first solo Lil Baby project that I've listened to.
Oh, okay.
So I don't really have much to compare to based on his catalog.
Okay.
But from what I heard from this particular album, like I liked it. I enjoyed it. There are a few songs on here I really, really liked. The intro, Real Spill, I thought was really, really good.
Yes, it was.
And actually, I think this was a single, but hey, I think it might have been the single.
I think they were pushing that as a single.
Yeah, I actually like that song. And there's a lot of songs on here I feel like will have to grow on me. Not saying that they're bad. I don't think any song on here is like particularly bad, but I think a lot of these will have to grow on me. And I don't know, just maybe Lil Baby to me personally sounds better when he is rapping with other people. And maybe that's my like key takeaway from this album.
I think this is his sophomore album, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Because those first, like when I first got introduced to Baby in 2017, those were like, kind of like those. It's kind of like in that weird space. Those were like mixtape album, like those mixtapes type of ordeals. Yep. And then My Life was his official studio debut, where We Paid and all, those songs on it, right?
Yep.
So My Life was actually in my top 5 of the year it came out. I think that was 2019.
Okay.
So I enjoy Baby albums up until this point. I'm not saying that this album is bad, but it does give me sophomore slump type of feel.
Okay.
Like it does feel a little stagnant. The beats are there. It's just like, and I think he's trying to elevate in what he does as a rapper.
Yeah. So
maybe that's what it is. It's like I'm kind of in that weird space of trying to. I enjoy Baby for what I came to him for, and it's like he's elevating.
Yep.
So, and there's nothing wrong with that. You grow as an artist. The beats are there. The features are very at a minimum. I love the song with Friday. Was it Forever?
Yep.
Yeah, Forever with Friday. Like that's God did hook. He been everywhere. He's on the
okay.
He's on the Simba album too. So Friday has kind of been like that hook guy, kind of all over the place this year. So I enjoyed the album. The only song that some of the songs kind of bled together. I won't lie. And the only song that I would say was like an immediate skip, like skip. Like it was hard for me to get through. Was the joint with Jeremiah.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
Now.
Get that out of here.
Why?
Yeah.
Let me ask why.
It's Jeremiah's voice. He knew.
Let me not laugh at that.
Keep Sweat, 2.0. Like it's kind of hard for me to get through that, man.
That's funny.
And Jeremiah's a hook guy, but I just can't. I could not deal with that one.
I got you. I'm not mad at that.
So yeah, I would say that's like my immediate. Those like the highlights and the lowlights all in one, right? A lot of the songs bled together. I think he's trying to grow as an artist, which is fine. And, the Jeremiah feature,
Okay. I'm not mad at that.
So, out of 5, what you going with?
I think out of 5, I'll probably go 3. Like this is just in the middle for me.
Yeah.
Like, it's something I could go back to if I feel like it. It's enough on there for me to really listen to it. And there's a few songs I could pick out and just throw on a playlist.
Yeah.
So
I feel like that too. Definitely give it probably a 3. I'll say 3.
Okay.
I'll say 3. Because I had some time to sit with it. If you asked me like the first week it came out, I would say 3.5.
Okay.
It was like right up there, but right as I got a chance to sit with it and see what the flaws of the album immediately were a little bit over time, it knocked it down to a 3 for me. So
got you. I ain't mad at that.
So 3 for Lil Baby. What we got next? Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs is back. Sold separately. Johnny. Gangsta Gibbs is back. What you got for him, bro?
Hey man. Sold separately.
Yes, sir.
This is a great album. This album is great. Freddie Gibbs has been on an amazing album run. I don't know how many years.
3 to 4 years.
It's insane. I love the fact that he like switched up his flows a lot on this album. No one song sounds the same, but the album flowed great. I love the features on this album. My favorite song, this was my song of the week last week. Too Much featuring Moneybagg Yo is probably my favorite song off the album, but pretty much any song on here is great. I love the Anderson .Paak feature, the Pusha T feature, of course. Like Pusha T gonna always go crazy. This is a great album, man.
Oh yeah,
I don't really have no lows for this.
I got a low, but we'll get to it. But no, Sold separately. He's definitely has been on a great tear these past few years. Different production. I like the production because he's been locking in with the the soul sample. Heavy beat, those type of producers like the Alchemist. Who else? Those types, right?
Yep.
Mad Lib. Though, like you got to go rap on them beats. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
You can't really play around when it comes to those. But this album, he stepped outside of that comfort zone and got like a different types of producers. He got different features. This feels like a mainstream album. I'm not sure if he's a mainstream, like a main label art type of artist.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Because, I mean, when I saw the money bag, yo, I was like, oh, yeah. I saw the Offset. I said, oh, yeah. Like, I was like,
I see what you're doing.
I see
there.
what you're doing, my boy. But I say this. Freddie Gibbs raps, and he raps really well for those that just enjoy those type of bars. I like what Freddie Gibbs does. I really don't have too many low points of the album. The low point that I probably like, I was like, lobster omelet, like Rick Ross. Ross, man, he's my man. But you've been getting ate up on a lot of songs lately, and I don't like it. And I don't know if Rick Ross, even in his heyday, could out-rap a Freddie Gibbs, but just stay
with him.
Stay with him.
Yeah.
And then you make niggas get on songs that are catered to you. Lobster Omelet sounds like a Rick Ross song. Like, just the name, Lobster Omelet. Come on, man.
It's true.
And then, you know, you got the Justice League type of beat or whatever, so it works, but it didn't because Freddie Gibbs got your ass.
You know what it is? Rick Ross too busy being a farmer. Like, he doing a lot at his estate. Like, he doing all kind of shit to, like, avoid taxes and stuff.
I don't give niggas passes for that.
Hey, man.
I do not care.
All I'm saying is his energy is elsewhere, lies elsewhere, and the music suffers. That's all.
Okay.
That's all I'm trying to say.
I'm just saying, I don't give him. I try. You know, I don't give him no credit for nothing.
I know.
You got on that song.
Hey,
when that happened.
Hey, man.
But no, this album is great, man. So out of 5, what you got?
I'm going 4.5. I'm going 4.5.
Damn it, Johnny. 4.5 too.
Yes,
like
sir.
I knew immediately that this was a great album when I listened to it. So, so what we got, man? We got a DJ Drama resurgence. He's back on doing Gangsta Grills, pretty much.
Yeah. No, DJ Drama's on a Gangsta Grills run. He
Yeah.
got Gangsta Grills with everybody, it seemed like, so far.
Yeah, and you got him with
I'm not mad at it.
You got him with, you know, a hip hop legend and a hip hop icon. We'll start with the legend first. Jeezy, Snowfall. What you got for this?
Hey, man. I know Jeezy, the last few years, Jeezy has put out at least one album. Has it been more than one?
I believe it's been more than one. Because it was like TM104, you had The Recession 2, you had Pressure, which were all kind of like mid at best.
Yeah, okay, and that's what I was getting at, right? Because the one album I remember is the one where Kendrick and Cole was on the song.
That's Pressure.
Okay, cool. So that was before Recession 2 and TM104.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think 104 was first, and then Recession 2 was the last one.
Okay, got you. So what I was getting at is that those last 3 albums from Jeezy was just aight.
Mid at best.
This though, Snowfall with DJ Drama,
You think he brought it out of him?
I think he did.
Oh man,
I think he did.
I've been seeing a lot of mixed reviews on it. Like I particularly enjoyed what this was. No, I'm not. It's not me. I'm just saying what the the streets are saying. The social media streets, right? Like,
Yeah.
I think that this is a very solid Jeezy project, and I think it's more so that I was pleasantly surprised. And I'm not saying that this is not good. I think I was just pleasantly surprised.
And maybe that's what it is for me because, like I was saying, the last 3 joints from Jeezy were just mid at best, right? So to come out with DJ Drama, rapping how he's rapping on this album, it's like maybe it's just the overexcitedness of how he's sounding on this album that's making me like, damn, this is great. Yeah. So I don't know, maybe I need to sit with it a little bit more because I think I've gotten through it maybe a solid 2 times for sure, and then just picking out songs here and there. But that probably top 2 or 3 hardest intro of 2022 to me. That's me. That's just me though. Okay. Michael Jackson, Jeezy. That song was weird to me at first, but it kind of grew on me. Like I actually kind of like that song now. Put the Minx Down with 42 Dugg. I really like that song.
Oh yeah,
I really like that song. 42 Dugg might be the next person where he like Lil Baby was for me. I hear him on a lot of features. I hear him on songs with a lot of other people. And then me starting to like him like that might get me into wanting to listen to his music like that. So shout out to 42 Dugg, my accountant, because that's I get paid. You know what I'm doing there. I think the beats were great. Jeezy just sounds great on this album, man. I really enjoyed this album.
Let's say this. I enjoyed what Snowfall was. I think Jeezy was in a good space, a great space when he made it. And I'm not talking about like his life with his wife. I'm talking about like, you know, it just gave me a good feel. You know what I'm saying? It kind of gave me a little reminiscent of what Jeezy used to be. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I know time and things do change, change you as an artist. The features worked. You got the Lil Durk, you got, ESTG. I think what put me in a space of what this album was going to be was The Realest was a song that he made with ESTG, was the last song on ESTG's album. He went crazy on that. So, like, when I saw this, I was like, okay. Mm-hmm. So I think that kind of heightened what my expectations were going to be for this.
Got you.
So I think he should have put The Realest on here, not the Scarface joint with ESTG. Good, but not what The Realest was.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Good, but not that.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay.
I'm not mad at it.
Now, 17 songs, 48 minutes. Not a bad length. Mm-hmm. The only thing that I would say is the single that they tried to make on here is trash. I ain't gonna hold you. Like that beat, like that. It's reminiscent of a Detroit type of sound.
Okay.
And it's not a good sample to me.
Okay.
It's not like it was hard to listen to it, like, because they made a video to it and everything, like it was posted as a single. You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
I was like, okay, if this is gonna be the single off of Snowfall, let me hit play. I was like, oh no, oh no. But when you listen to that single, it stands out on the album. It's like Yeah and Confessions for me. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't fit.
Okay. So listening to the single, so you listened to the single before the album, right?
Yes.
Did it taint or change your view of the?
It tainted what I thought this album or project was gonna be.
Yeah, and see for that exact reason, that's why I kind of stopped listening to singles, because I don't want to be tainted on my view before I even go into the album, because it could be that the single sounds way better in the context of the album. That's what Break My Soul was for me.
It's still a skip though, but it's still a skip. But no. Like, we've had those debates about the single leading off, and then when you hear it in the context of the album, it sounds great. Yeah, this still ain't it.
That ain't it.
Nah, trust me, the sample ain't good. I'm not a fan of that sample. I'm sorry. So out of 5,
I can't be mad at you.
Out of 5, what you going with on the Snowfall for DJ Drama and Jeezy?
I'm teetering between 3.5 and 4. Mm-hmm. I feel like I need to sit with it, like actually give it solid listens all the way through a few more times. So I think for right now, I'm gonna go 3.5.
Damn, man, 3.5 for me too. Like, that's pretty much how I feel about this. Like, I think it's banging. I don't think it's like, anything up there, but I think it's really, 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 really good. Yeah. To me, you know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Last but certainly not least, we might have a few more, but we got DJ Drama and the icon Snoop Dogg linking up for a Gangsta Grills. Johnny, I still got it. Does Snoop still have it?
I think he still got it.
Oh,
I think Snoop still has it. Now, I was only able to get through this a solid one time, like the whole thing, whole project through one time. But I really did like what I heard from Snoop. I think the features work. I think Snoop can really work with and rap with anybody.
Swiss Army knife.
Old school, right? Basically, old school, new school. Like Snoop can literally do it all. He still got it. I really liked the I'm from 21st Street track. Mm-hmm. I thought that was pretty good. It was good to see or good to hear Daz Dillinger and Corrupt on this album. The song with Dave East it wasn't bad by any means. Mm-hmm. It was just okay. Maybe I think that's another song that might have to grow on me. I thought that was okay. Lime and Squeeze. Now, I don't know who October London is. I've never heard of this artist, but I really, really like this song. And when I heard the song, I thought that was D'Angelo.
Okay.
But so, like hearing the song, because I think I played it while I was like cleaning up or something the other day, and I was like, "Is that he got D'Angelo on this song?" So I looked at the track, looked at the name, and I saw October London. I was like, "Oh, okay." I don't know who this is, but this sounds great. Yeah, this sounds really good. So I thoroughly enjoyed this. I think this is a project that I will continue to play because it's a lot of joints on her I like.
Yeah, I got you. I listened to it. I mean, I thought it was okay. Didn't blow me away in any way. I listened to it. I felt like it was more like I'm putting on with other people. I'm just trying to show you that I still got it where I can make songs with other people. And we know Snoop can make songs with other people. But when you think of a Gangsta Grills in this time, I think, I'm thinking about it's more so I'm showing you that it's me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It felt like it was more so for everyone else. Like, let me get these features off. Let me do this. Let me do this. And it maybe felt like a little throwaway-ish. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
That's how I took it. Like, I'm not saying the songs are bad, but it just didn't do anything for me. So,
Gotcha.
I really don't have too much for this.
Okay.
Like, it was cool.
I mean,
Snoop can rap.
I
Like,
can't
I'm not
be mad
saying
at it.
trash. I'm not saying
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just like,
mid.
yeah, pretty much.
I mean, shit. I can't really be mad at that.
Yeah.
Again, Snoop
Snoop
fucking
is-
60. I don't know. He not 60. All right, my bad. I don't know how old Snoop is. I know he's definitely one of the elder statesmen in hip hop. So,
Yeah, for sure.
so he up there in age. So he literally whatever he do now, he having fun.
And that's the thing. Like, I'm getting on with these new artists. I'm getting on some with my OGs, some of my partners. Let's just make a few tracks and keep it going. He probably gave all his best verses to Mount Westmore.
That we ain't heard. But anyway,
So, out of 5, what you going with?
I think I'm gonna go 3.5 here.
Okay.
3.5.
I got 2.5.
Okay.
Not,
Our first difference.
yeah, just a little bit. But
That's funny to say.
But those were the main 4 that we had. We got maybe a few honorable mentions. Johnny, did you have something for them?
Yes, the one honorable mention that I have right now is West Side Gunn. I think the full album title was Hitler Wears Hermes 10. But he just changed it to 10 because I think he might have caught a little flack because he a little bit more popular now.
Oh yeah,
he changed the album artwork and everything. It's just 10 now. Like it's crazy.
Alright,
It's
yeah.
crazy. But that's definitely my honorable mention right now. This is another Gangsta Grills.
Oh,
This is a
okay.
Gangsta Grills.
I didn't know that.
It's
Shout out to Drama, man.
hey, drama going crazy. So I'm definitely recommending y'all check that out. And then I want to ask you, did you hear the Rihanna track from the Black Panther?
No, but I seen the
soundtrack?
reaction to it.
I think a lot of people expected up-tempo, happy, I'm back Rihanna. It's not what that was.
Oh, okay.
This is a song for the Wakanda Forever soundtrack. We know what Wakanda Forever is going to bring us in the passing of, in the honoring of Chadwick.
Yeah.
That's what this song is in that vein.
Hell, the lead single from the last movie was All the Stars. So what the fuck you thought it was gonna be?
Hey, I'm
not you. I'm just saying what you thought the fuck it was gonna be.
I'm just saying. That's that. I feel like because it's Rihanna, because people haven't heard Rihanna music in 6+ years.
I guess
That's what they was expecting, but nah. Like this song is probably going to play during the end credits.
like All the Stars.
Yeah, like
Niggas went crazy about All the Stars.
it's true. It's true. I feel like that's a great song. Now, in the moment, I ain't think it was that great.
No,
but today,
but the thing is, it fits the context of the movie.
exactly.
And it fits, and I'm pretty sure
So
once
does this.
this song will fit.
yes.
So
exactly.
hey,
Exactly.
I'm off that.
Yeah.
But no, I got 2 honorable mentions. I'm surprised you didn't go here, man. Shade Noir, The Last Remnants.
I got it downloaded. I didn't get a chance to listen yet.
Oh man.
Didn't get a chance to listen yet.
Not a lot of features. 9 songs, 24 minutes. The second and the last track, Therapy Session and Art of Patience.
Out here. Yes.
Shay be rapping, man.
love it.
Shay be rapping, man.
love it.
And then it's only one song where I thought she got ate up on, and that was with the song with Benny. Wash the dishes. Any other song, Shay be rapping with these
She
niggas,
do.
but Benny
got up out of here.
Benny got her.
That's funny.
So nah.
No, I got it. I definitely plan to listen
If
to
you
it.
guys are into supporting women rappers outside of the mainstream ones, definitely check out Shade Noir.
Word.
And my last kind of put on that I actually enjoyed, I'll say, like thoroughly. You know what I'm saying? There's other ones, but I want to make sure I support this one.
Right.
T Grizzly,
Okay.
Chapters of the Trenches. Now this is more so on some street telling, like it's a story. Like it's really chapters of the trenches, and he's telling stories in each song. Stories of hitting licks. It's like I'm like, oh, like it's it's kind of visual, and it kind of made me more appreciative of what T Grizzly is as an artist. I never really tapped into like full projects like that, but it's kind of like now I'm kind of like, oh, this is dope. Oh, he can rap. I'm not saying he's Scarface, but it's kind of giving you that feel. You know how Scarface gives you like the storytelling and the hood shit. That's what it's giving me. It's just a Detroit version of that.
Well, damn.
So I fuck with T Grizzly, chapter of the trenches.
That's crazy. That's what's up.
I know the chapters, man. It's 13 songs, 41 minutes. So
okay,
I fucks with it.
No, that's what's up. Well, I think we've reached the end of the docket for the day.
Yes, sir. Johnny, what you got for him?
If you're on YouTube, we appreciate you for rocking with us today for this long. Hit that like button.
Yes, sir.
Hit that subscribe button. Share this with your people. Hit the comment section. Just chime in on any of the topics you heard us discuss today. Let us know what you thought about them, and then we'll catch y'all next week. Now, if you're on...
You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.